Guys, did you know that Charlie Kirk got assassinated? Oh, I had no idea. And that conservatives have been very, very normal about this, basically not losing their complete utter minds over this rather tragic, unfortunate event that happened to Charlie Kirk. Well, I guess we're now collecting sort of like doxing information and a bunch of addresses and workplaces of people with the express purpose of trying to dox, quite literally. There's been a bunch of dox lists. This used to be the Charlie Kirk dox list. Obviously, they changed that name to the Charlie Kirk Data Foundation. And it should be fairly obvious why they decided to change that name, because it might look really bad and potentially liable for a potential suit if you decide to be like, yeah, we're just honestly collecting all of your information to just dox you to your employer and shit like that. So, I guess like these dumbasses decided to recognize and be like, ooh, actually, maybe we should not be saying that we're just trying to dox a bunch of people. That might be kind of a bad thing. Because a lot of people have been having very, very normal reactions. Of course, there's a Steam list now for Charlie Kirk tweets detected. And by the way, a lot of these tweets can just like vary to people being rather gleeful. Because I will admit, people have been fucking gleeful about the fact that Charlie Kirk is dead, which doesn't like I'm not very surprised by it whatsoever. Charlie Kirk again has said stuff like George Floyd is a scumbag. He has basically advocated for a lot of abhorrent, wretched positions, like saying that gay people should be stoned. God, what else has he even advocated for? The death of fucking Palestinian children. He has also talked about consistently about how a lot of gun deaths that children have to suffer. It's like a small price to pay in order to maintain the fucking Second Amendment. So that's pretty cool and fantastic and excellent. Lots of fucking hits and bangers from Charlie Kirk. Also ranging to what MLK was a mixed bag. That's also another hit banger there from Charlie Kirk. So it makes a lot of sense. We have Governor Greg Abbott, where he's just arresting someone for basically thought crimes. I believe this a woman was doing a TikTok saying like "fuck you, Charlie Kirk is fucking dead," and it makes sense that a lot of black people are probably not big fans of Charlie Kirk, considering the fact that very often Charlie Kirk will repeat a lot of myths about black crime statistics all of the fucking time. We all remember the one from the Jubilee episode that he repeated, that was inaccurate, talking about how, basically talking about how, what it's like, it's despite being 13% of the population, black people make up 58% of the murders, which is not technically true. And so that's cool. That's great. That's excellent. And there is a really, really good video basically that's debunking another like TikToker basically made an epic debunk of it. But it basically stems down to this. It's just like the only thing that is true about that particular stat is the fact that black people make up about 13% of the population. It's like, well, that's true. That's an accurate thing for you to say, Charlie. However, a lot of the problems with the other statistics that are laid out is the fact that black people also make up a significant portion of, well, murder exonerations, being about 58% of the population. And even in the federal Bureau of Prison Statistics, let's be honest here, in terms of how many black people get put into jail, it was about 38%. I'm referencing to a specific TikTok video in particular. That was the statistics they were going over. You want to know who makes up the majority of the prison population in the United States of America? White people. And it makes sense why it's fucking white people, because they are, well, the majority populace within the country. So it makes sense that white people are the main ones who do more crime within the United States of America, because there's more of them in comparison to black people. It's just a numbers game sometimes. But yeah, basically what? She did a little fucking crime, and now she's, a little crime. Not a little crime. She did a little dance, being happy about the fact that Charlie Kirk died, and now she's getting fucking arrested for it. Greg, I hope you're ready for this super RKO lawsuit that's going to be immediately taken up by the ACLU, because you are violating not only the Civil Rights Act, but also violating multiple not amendments, but basically things within the Constitution, multiple rules within the Constitution, specifically the 14th, and 15th Amendments. So you're not allowed to arrest people for fucking thought crimes. Greg, you can't do that. Not allowed. We also got, this has also been making the rounds. So Bethesda is making or has been making Indiana Jones games, like, remakes of old indie games. Indie as in Indiana Jones. You know what I mean. And a lot of, like, these anti-woke gamer types are having schizophrenic conniptions over this, trying to basically equate Charlie Kirk to what Indy is saying to the fucking cat. Let's take a look. Pet the kitty.
Nice place. You don't care much about these fascists, do you?
So that's literally all that was said by Indiana Jones. Hey, conservatives, I know that you people are not very intelligent. You're not very bright whatsoever. But Indiana Jones is a broadly anti-fascist symbol. He has consistently fought against Nazis within all of his fucking media properties. Like, do you guys know at all about what you're fucking talking about? And the reason why they're making this association is that for whatever reason, they're just like saying, they're just saying this because of the fact that, and they're putting this in the trailer, and Bethesda removed it, which means we're correct, because they're trying to associate with Charlie Kirk because one random developer said that it's actually, they're glad about the fact that Charlie Kirk got killed. And it's just like, that is the biggest fucking reach that I have ever seen on the fucking planet. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Of what relevance does it have that one developer within Bethesda said that they were glad that Charlie Kirk was fucking killed, bro? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, it's complete fucking nonsense, dude. Like, the idea that it's all because, like, one developer said that, this literally just happened, just because of, this stupid developer saying that they're fucking happy. That's why, they're just happy about the fact that Charlie Kirk is dead, despite the fact that we're all mourning him. It's just like, bro, fuck out of here with this bullshit. That is, like, the biggest reach of all reaches I've ever seen, and you're gonna, like, justify this developer getting fired as a result? Well, of course they are, because, again, with conservatives, there's no standards with these people. Like, they don't give a fuck about any of this shit. No standards have ever existed for these people, so they don't give a shit. If they can cancel people, they'll cancel people. They don't care. Whatever. Who gives a shit? I got Jesse Waters here with, saying that you don't deserve to be able to say that and have no penalty. Okay, Jesse Waters, you literally did a segment talking about Robin Westman and saying that all trans people deserve to get the to have their day of the fucking rope and should suffer for their potential school shooter tendencies, for like lack of a better term. So I don't know, spare me this nonsense and talking about like potential for fucking thought crime. You don't give a fuck about fucking thought crime, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. Like, if any, I've talked about this before, but if we want to talk about doing, like, I don't know, cancel culture for, like, dumb fuck idiot conservatives, all these motherfuckers deserve to be fucking canceled for all the ridiculous fucking abhorrent shit that they fucking push for consistently. So it's just like, I don't know, like, spare me. Like, honestly, just fucking spare me the fucking nonsense, bro.
Brave. You don't deserve to be able to say that and then have no penalty. There will be costs. There'll be social costs, financial costs. We will shame, excommunicate them, banish them. And that is a promise.
This is literally the exact same, listen, bring back fucking cancel culture. These people need to be fucking shamed. Like, fuck these people. This is the exact same shit that they talk about consistently lefties fucking doing, and that they have complete utter fucking conniptions about. Like, these people have no fucking shame. So that's why I consistently say, like, you should give them no quarter. They don't deserve any, because again, they will just blatantly be like, so we're just going to be incredibly hypocritical about the things that we believe in, right? We're just going to be inherently hypocritical and not give a shit about any of this stuff, right? Like, fuck it, yeah, who gives a shit? Just play into the fucking hypocrisy. We don't give a fuck. Like, seriously, there's just no, like I've said before, there are just absolutely no standards with these motherfuckers. But we have the Vice President of the United States, who decided to host the Charlie Kirk show himself, and he's had some interesting things to say. Obviously, just besides the fact that he's doing, like, I don't know, He's trying to like aura farm basically, and is doing a really miserable job at it. What does he have to say?
Shortly after Usha and I left Charlie's family and Charlie's remains in Arizona, I read a story in The Nation magazine about my dear friend Charlie Kirk. Now, The Nation isn't a fringe blog. It's a well-funded, well-respected magazine whose publishing history goes back to the American Civil War. George Soros's Open Society Foundation funds this magazine.
We're already jacking off? Damn, that was like instantaneous. Dude, we're already fucking JQing. Damn, that's impressive. Or like instantaneously with the fucking jack off. That's crazy, bro.
As does the Ford Foundation and many other wealthy titans of the American progressive movement. The writer...
By the way, none of these people are like representations of the American progressive movement. This is like complete schizophrenic nonsense. But then again, like with people like Charlie Kirk, not Charlie Kirk, but with people like JD Vance, for them it's just basically like an excuse. Like they don't give a fuck about any of this stuff. Like there's no standards here with these people. Like they don't care. It doesn't matter. Who cares?
Accuses Charlie of saying, and I quote, "Black women do not have brain processing power to be taken seriously. But if you go and watch..."
That is exactly what he fucking said. Like, yeah, that is the thing that he has said. He is that racist. Like, cope and seethe. Like, listen, for all these like motherfuckers who talk about like wanting to do like have accountability for people, like conservatives will do literally everything possible to not have any accountability for anything that their side has to say. Like, again, like it's incredibly fucking hypocritical. Yeah, he literally fucking said that. So it's like it's not an inaccurate report. He said that. So you can say that it's like this is the thing that he said. But what's the argument? What's the argument?
The clip, the very clip she links to, you realize he never said anything like that. He never uttered those words. He made an argument against affirmative...
I'm very curious, right? Charlie Kirk... Let's see if we can find the clip, sure. Charlie Kirk, black women don't have the brain capacity. Sure, let's see. Let's see if we can find it. Fact check. Charlie Kirk once said prominent black women don't have the brain processing power to be taken seriously. Claim. A Turning Point USA founder and CEO Charlie Kirk once said some prominent black women did not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. Rating true. He did say that. Charlie Kirk was speaking on a show, The Charlie Kirk Show, on July 13th, 2023. He was talking specifically about television presenter Joy Reid, former First Lady Michelle Obama, then U.S. Representative Sheila Jackson Lee, a Democrat from Texas, and Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. After the failed shooting of Turning Point USA founder and CEO Charlie Kirk, a conservative commentator and ally to the U.S. President Donald Trump, a rumor spread that he once said black women like television presenter Joy Reid, former First Lady Michelle Obama, former Rep Sheila Jackson, and a Democrat from Texas, and Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson did not have the brain processing power to be taken seriously. So, for example, there's a clip. The post says that many blah, blah, blah. The claim was true in the video clip saying this was authentic. Snopes identified an episode of The Charlie Kirk Show from there, which said 4 black women, blah, 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 blah. Segment believes here. If you would have said 3 weeks ago that Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila blah, 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 but they're now coming out and saying they're it for us. Wait, what? Joy Reid, Michelle Obama, and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks. We would have been called racist. Well, that's because it is racist for you to say that. Ketanji Brown Jackson went through a process in order to be able to be picked as a Supreme Court, and she had to go through and get votes from Congress, and she got enough votes to become a Supreme Court justice from Congress. That's how it works. That's not affirmative action. That's not how that works. Joe Biden picked her, and then the process worked out that she basically got put in as a Supreme Court justice. That's how it works. I'm sorry that you don't like that. That's not a fucking DEI hire. That's not how that fucking works. And Sheila Jackson Lee, it was a congresswoman. She got enough votes in order to get her position in the House as a Democrat. Like, and also Michelle Obama is fucking Barack Obama's wife, dude. So of course she was gonna be the fucking first lady. Like, what the fuck are you meaning? Yeah, and exactly, Boy Meets Minnie. Like, Ketanji Brown Jackson, I think, has been a part of literally every court position that you can think of. Every single one. She was in, she's done, like, clerking. She's done all the different appeals courts, all the different federal circuits courts. She is one of the most qualified judges on the fucking goddamn planet. But I think the Bulwark podcast also, I think, has the full context. Let me get that clip real quick. But yeah, by the way, this is quite literally the clip that is being referred to. It wasn't from the Bulwark podcast. I don't know. I'm a fucking dumbass. What do we got here?
The writer accuses Charlie of saying, and I quote, "Black women do not have brain processing power to be taken seriously." But if you go and watch the clip, the very clip she links to, you realize he never said anything like that. He never uttered those words.
If we would have said that Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming
Why the fuck are you rolling your R's like that? What the never do that again.
out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know.
Whoa, fucking, JD Vance is a liar? Huh? Again, like, I have to say this, like, Michelle Obama is Barack Obama's wife. That's not how affirmative action works. Ketanji Brown Jackson literally went to every single different court position. Like, if you want to make this argument, we can talk about some of the conservative Supreme Court justices, and they were more likely fucking DEI hires in comparison to Ketanji Brown Jackson. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's complete fucking nonsense. And also, Sheila Jackson Lee. She had to get elected to get into Congress, Charlie. That's how that works. You earn votes. You run under your campaign. You do your campaign in your district, and you earn votes to beat the other guy. And she earned more votes to get into that seat. Whoa! That means it's affirmative action? It's fucking nonsense, dude.
You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously.
The writer.
You had to steal a white person's slot in order to be treated somewhat seriously. Like, is Michelle Obama supposed to be a white woman or something? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So, whoa, fucking Charlie Kirk lied.
Action,
and JD Vance also lied.
As a policy, he criticized a specific Supreme Court justice as an individual.
No, he criticized 4 people, not as specific individuals. You are lying.
He never said anything about black women as a group. He made an argument for judging people of all races and backgrounds by their own individual merits.
Like I've said before, Ketanji Brown Jackson is probably one of the most qualified people in order to be on the Supreme Court. But JD Vance is a stupid fucking racist, so whatever.
The very evidence she provides, this hack of a writer, shows that she lied about a dead man, and yet she wrote it. An esteemed magazine published it. It made it through the editors, and of course, liberal billionaires rewarded that attack.
I'll play the clip again, bro.
Never a word.
Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously.
The writer.
Whoa, JD Vance lied, and people died. Great.
Now, of course, even if Charlie had uttered those words, it wouldn't mean that he deserved his fate. But consider the level of propaganda at work. Charlie was gunned down in broad daylight. and well-funded institutions of the left lied about what he said so as to justify his...
Okay, like, again, like, word for fucking word, but then again, JD Vance is trying to, like, aura farm here, and it's just, like, he's just gonna lie. But then again, with conservatives, they're all, like, 3 IQ troglodytes and fucking morons, so they're just going to eat this slop up like it's fucking nothing. Because he's just lying. We played the fucking clip. It's just a lie.
...is murder. This is soulless and evil. But I was struck...
Also, again, like, did the fucking Nation magazine article celebrate his fucking death? Did it? It talked about stuff that he has said in the past, and that was a thing that he said. Word for fucking word. They didn't lie. Stupid.
Not just by the dishonesty of the smear, but by the glee over a young husband's and young father's death. Quote, she says, "He was an unrepentant racist, transphobe, homophobe, and misogynist." The Nation wrote,
true.
"Who often wrapped his bigotry in Bible verses because there was no other way to pretend that it was morally correct. He had children."
Wait, that's literally Charlie Kirk to a fucking T. Like, that's literally what he does. Like, come on, bro. That's how he argues. He uses Bible like, and that's what also South Park was making fun of. Like, quite literally. Where Cartman talked about the fucking Bible first and called whoever he was fucking arguing with a goddamn stupid bitch. Charlie Kirk did that exact same fucking shit. He did that consistently. This is just true. Like, do we need to go through all the, like, Charlie Kirk fucking debate compilations or some shit? This is, like, his standard fucking shtick.
As do many vile people. That's what they said. He had children. As do many vile people. Now, hours before this smear was published, my wife and I had the honor of escorting Charlie's body back to his home in Arizona. We took his wife, Erica, we love you, his parents, his sister, and a few of his best friends with us. And as they offloaded Charlie's casket...
Oh, by the way, in terms of... Because, again, all these motherfuckers are basically just want to be content creators. They just all want to be influencers. The Charlie Kirk episode that Erica Kirk did was really fucking weird. She was, like, bending over the fucking guy's casket and, like, holding his fucking hand, just being, like, really upset, just doing, like, I was like, "You will ruin the day, you will face my wrath," and all this, like, really, really fucking weird shit. It's just like, dog, like, I get being, like, upset about your husband. Why are you making, like, a podcast episode about this? That's fucking weird, man. Like, yeah, what happened to him was ultimately tragic. I don't disagree with that. But, like, you decided to, I don't know, do violent fucking rhetoric to do, like, have, like, a revenge fantasy about your perceived fucking enemies is really fucking weird. Also, funnily enough about this, and I probably should pull this up. I'm going to pull this up real quick. Trump's reaction to Charlie Kirk's death was probably the funniest fucking thing that ever fucking happened. Like, it was objectively one of the goofiest shit, like... goofiest fucking things I've ever seen, bro. Like, seriously. Like, JD, bro, are you gonna have the same problem with your president? I'm gonna tell you right now, this motherfucker hardly cared at all that his fucking supposed friend Charlie Kirk died. Why don't we take a look?
How are you holding up over the last 3.5 days? I think very good, and by the way, right there, you see all the trucks.
By the way, very good. Like, doesn't feel bad. Like, doesn't say thank you even for like the condolences coming from the reporter. Like, seriously, this man doesn't give a fuck at all that Charlie Kirk fucking died. His supposed fucking friend. It's fucking crazy. Like, this motherfucker has already forgotten about him. You know what? And now he immediately decided to talk about the construction of the new ballroom. It's insane. But conservatives, for them, they don't give a shit. If Dear Leader doesn't have to give a fuck about that his supposed friend fucking died, man, who gives a shit?
Started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years.
He just talks about the ballroom instead of his dead friend.
Absolutely magnificent structure. And I just see all the trucks. We just started, so it'll get done very nicely, and it'll be one of the best anywhere in the world, actually.
Hey, conservatives, are you going to start a cancel mob for the president of the United States, your supposed fucking cult leader? No, of course not, because you people are part of a cult. So, I don't know. Like, as expected from people like JD Vance and other fucking conservatives, no standards for this. And it's very fucking clear and obvious. This man does not give a flying fuck at all. He doesn't accept any of the fucking condolences for the loss. Like, doesn't say, oh, thank you for telling me that. Yeah, it was very tragic what happened to Charlie. I was very distraught and very upset about that. Like, that he could have said that. He doesn't even acknowledge. He doesn't even acknowledge what the fucking reporter said about my condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. It's fucking crazy, bro. Oh, what's he got? What do you send me here, Boy Meets Spinning? Not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the King of Heaven, but only the one who does the will of my Father in heaven. On that day, many will say to me, Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name, and cast out demons in your name, and do many mighty works in your name? Then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Go away from me, you who behave lawlessly. That's fucking funny, dude. I'm sorry to say, Boy Meets Mini, but with all these, like, stupid, dumb fuck Jesus freaks, it doesn't fucking matter with these people. Like, whatever.
From Air Force 2, I worried that Erica would collapse with grief. Now, I'm a very lucky husband to a very wonderful wife, but I've never been prouder of my wife at that moment as she held Erica in Erica's very darkest hour. And I thought of Erica as I read that disgusting attack on Charlie. He had children, as do many vile people. That's what they said about him. I said the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art...
Dude, like, I'm gonna tell you right now. Also, why the fuck are you doing the standard prayer? Trust me, I have to do that every fucking Friday at private school. Anglican fucking school. Okay, get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. Dude, why the fuck are you saying that shit? Like, what do you mean? I'm gonna say this again. Like, this is pretty standard shit. Like, that Charlie Kirk said. The Nation magazine isn't reporting anything inaccurate. If they were reporting things that were inaccurate, do you really believe that their fucking goddamn, their editors would allow that to go through? Like, really, I want you to ask yourself that question for even 1 minute. Well, of course, in the minds of these fucking goddamn conservatives, like, they always have to be the victim. It doesn't matter. At every stage and every moment in time, even though they're the ones in power, perpetual fucking victim narrative. That's exactly what is being exemplified here. It's complete fucking nonsense, dude.
In heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come,
yeah, this is
thy
all
will be done
performative,
on earth
not
as it
genuine.
is in heaven. And I asked Usha what Erica had said to her earlier in the day in a private moment, and I asked Erica's permission to share this. My wife told me, she asked me for advice. Erica asked me for advice on how she should tell her children that their father had been murdered. She asked my wife how to tell her beautiful kids that their father and my dear, very dear friend is no longer with us. And as she was doing it...
Apparently not the very dear friend of the President of the United States. God. No standards with these people, dude.
There were people dancing on that father's grave. Now, I have heard many calls in the last few days for unity and for healing in the wake of Charlie's assassination. You have no idea how...
Are you... Okay, hold on. Like, how many fucking graves of dead fucking left-leaning people have you people fucking danced on? Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. Like, come on. Pure projection, utter fucking performance. These people don't give a shit about that. If you are dead or thrown into a fucking camp, all these motherfuckers will be so fucking happy about that. But guess what? They're never willing to pull the fucking trigger on something like that, because guess what? That would mean having to put themselves on the line. Liberal fucking fascism, quick reminder, never fucking forget that. All this fucking rhetoric, all of this fucking talk that these stupid morons constantly do, all of this fucking hysteria, and guess what's going to happen? It's not going to ultimately amount to anything at all. Because again, for these people, overall, all that they want is to just be podcasters, to be content creators. They want to get their next viral moment on fucking YouTube or whatever. They are not willing to do anything to put their lives at fucking risk. Yeah, you know, World War II soldiers. Yeah, what about the people who died for labor rights? Back in the day, during the early 1900s, there was a lesser value on life. So fascist leaders like Mussolini, Hitler, Franco, all these motherfuckers were willing to consign themselves to death. All of these fucking fascists that currently exist right now are never willing to co-sign themselves to death to actually fight for what they supposedly believe in. For them, it's all about social media clicks. It's all about ginning up so much rhetoric and ginning up so much fucking energy and fervor in order to channel it into getting more fucking merch sales. Like, let's be fucking honest here, dude. It's all about the fucking money in the end for these people. There's no genuine belief that these people are overall being guided by.
How desperately I want that, how gratified I was when Democratic friends and even former Senate colleagues reached out to offer their condolences to me. I'm so thankful. And I know there are so many like them all across our great country. I am desperate to wrap my arms around them as we all unite to condemn political violence and the ideas that cause it. Psalm 133 tells us, "Behold how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head." Oh, how badly have I craved that precious ointment in recent days, and I believe we can have it. But first, we must tell the truth. It's the only way to honor Charlie, for what was he, if not a man?
Very soy usage of a fucking Bible verse. I'm not gonna lie. That was some fucking real soy shit, bro.
Who told the truth in every place, in every environment. Now, the most important truth, Charlie...
Yeah, he did not. Charlie Kirk was a vociferous fucking liar, and I've said before, he had a huge hand to play in terms of the sort of political environment that we currently find ourselves under. Like, it's complete fucking stupid. Now, you gotta remember, JD is Opus Dei, and that's true, Boy Meets Mini.
Charlie told is this, that long ago a man, begotten, not made, came down from heaven, and by the Holy Spirit was incarnate of the Virgin Mary, and became man. For our sake, he was crucified under Pontius Pilate, and suffered death, and was buried, and rose again on the third day. Charlie believed, as I do, that all the truth he told flowed from that fundamental principle. I really do believe that we can come together in this country. I believe we must. But unity, real...
I find it really funny that JD Vance is talking about how he's like a truth seeker and like a peddler of fucking truth when he literally just... He just, like, one of his main central claims about what was written in the Nation magazine was just a lie. It was just a lie. He's just lying.
Unity can be found only after climbing the mountain of truth. And there are difficult truths we must confront in our country.
Sure.
One truth is that 24% of self-described, quote, very liberals believe it is acceptable to be happy about the death of a political opponent, while only...
How do you know? What, you've done polling on this? Where's your sources? How do you know it's 20% of very fucking liberal people? Who the fuck... Like, where are you getting these fucking statistics from? From whatever schizophrenics exist under, like, Charlie Kirk's polling company or some shit? Like, where did you get this? How do you know? I've said before, it makes sense why people are very joyful about Charlie Kirk getting fucking killed. It makes sense. He peddled a bunch of racist, misogynistic, transphobic fucking conspiracy theories. And he was a fucking genocidal fucking maniac. He was a big fan of what Israel was doing within the fucking Gaza Strip. Like, let's be fucking honest here. Listen, how many fucking Israeli officials were very upset about the fact that Charlie Kirk got fucking killed? Like, it was all of them. All of them. Because he pushed out all their propaganda for them. Like, get the fuck out of here with this stupid bullshit. Like, how do you know that? Where's your polling? What's your methodology? What's the proof?
3% of self-described very conservatives agree. 3% is too many, of course. Another truth is that 26% of young liberals believe political violence is sometimes justified. And only 7% of young conservatives say the same. Again, too high a number. In a country of 330 million people...
Again, like, this is, like, very, very fucking vague on purpose. Like, political violence for what? Like, why? How are these questions asked? Like, you're just saying random fucking statistics. Am I supposed to, like, treat this seriously? Like, again, I say this. Where did you get these polls? Where did you get these statistics? What does any of this fucking mean? It depends on how this question is being framed. Like, it also depends on what is being said by all those people who have said those particular statements. Because, again, there could be a lot of qualifiers that are being put here. Which is why, like, him just bringing this up is just complete, utter fucking nonsense. Because the reason why he's saying this is because he's trying to prove that conservatives are less violent in comparison to that of the far left, which is complete gobbledygook. Like, we've just gone through instances of conservatives who are calling for essentially a day of the rope for a bunch of people who they see as their fucking perceived political enemies. Let's be honest here. And also, JD Vance, you don't have really much of a problem in terms of stopping the actions of the Israeli government. What have you done about the attacks on Qatar that Israel fucking perpetrated? Are you trying to do anything in order to force Israel to go ahead and negotiate with a ceasefire? I thought you guys were the pro-peace candidates. What's going on? It's almost as if none of this fucking matters and you people are actually okay with violence so long as it is your side of the aisle that's doing it. And that none of this overall matters.
Well, you can, of course, find one person of a given political persuasion justifying this or that or almost anything, but the data is clear. People on the left are much likelier to defend and celebrate political violence. This is not...
I mean, a lie, obviously, but for posterity's sake. Political violence by ideology. Hey, JD, you wanna... Buddy. Like, I like... Bro, like, come on, man. Seriously? Extremist-linked deaths from 2013 to 2022 from the ADL. Look at how many it was for left-wing extremists in comparison to right-wing extremists. Yeah, you want to make the argument that violence comes from the fucking left. Like, spare me the fucking nonsense, bro. Complete fucking nonsense, dude. Like, but in reality, he's just saying this because he's a fucking... he's doing his little podcast LARP bit. And that's why he's saying that, because all the fucking stupid podcast dipshits also say the same shit. It's stupid nonsense, man.
A both sides problem. If both sides have a problem, one side has a much bigger and malignant problem, and that is the truth we must be told. That problem has terrible consequences. The leader of our party, Donald J. Trump, escaped an assassin's bullet by less than an inch. Our House Majority Leader, Stephen Scalise, came within seconds of...
Yeah, all of which were perpetrated by right-wing extremists, man. Come on. I'm gonna put... Like... Graph. Evidence. The people who are more violent are from the right because their ideology is inherently more violent. Nonsense, dude.
Death by an assassin himself. And now, the most influential conservative activist in generations, our friend Charlie, has been murdered. This violence, it doesn't come from nowhere. Now, any political movement, violent or not violent, is a collection of forces. It's like a pyramid that stacks on top, one support on top of the other. That pyramid's got a foundation of donors, of activists, of journalists, now of social media influencers, and of course of politicians. Not every member of that pyramid would commit a murder. In fact, over 99% I'm sure would not. But by celebrating that murder, apologizing for it, and emphasizing not Charlie's innocence, but the fact that he said things some didn't like, even to the point of lying about what he actually said, many of these people are creating an environment where things like this are inevitably going to happen.
Like, what else is there to respond to here? I can just keep pulling up the fucking graph and talking about how Charlie Kirk has been a huge contribution to the fucking current violent rhetoric that exists. Like, there's not much to fucking really say here because he's lying. He probably knows he's lying, but he doesn't fucking care. It doesn't matter. He's just a liar.
A couple of months ago, I headlined a fundraiser in Southern California, and since, we'd be out there anyways, my wife and I decided to take our kids to Disneyland one weekend.
My wife.
We had fun, and to be clear, most of the guests said very nice things, or they just left us alone. But there was a loud and very cool minority that would shout at my children, who were 8, 5, and 3, whenever they got the opportunity. "You should disown your dad, you little shit," one middle-aged woman yelled at my...
Oh yeah, by the way, it's really funny that JD Vance decides to go with the random anecdote. What, you want to go with the random anecdote and then just like equivocate this to like the person who killed Charlie Kirk? Like, you don't even know what they thought about Charlie Kirk getting killed at that fucking moment right now. Like, why are you bringing this up? This is really fucking stupid. But then again, perpetual victim complex with the conservatives. They always have to be the victim under every circumstance.
My 5-year-old? "Tell the Secret Service to protect the Constitution, not your father," screamed another. Are these women violent? Probably not. Are they deranged? Certainly. And while our side of the aisle certainly has its crazies, it is a statistical fact that most of the lunatics in American politics today are proud members of the far left.
Very epic debunking, Da Harumba, as always. But then again, it doesn't matter. Content creator fucking presidency over here. Just say stupid shit, just fucking lie. It doesn't fucking matter. Again, Robin Westman was groomed by a neo-Nazi satanic fucking cult. 764. Literally on the exact same day when Charlie Kirk got fucking killed, a 16-year-old neo-Nazi did a school shooting. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Like, seriously. Colorado school shooting 2025. Suspected Colorado school shooting radicalized by extremist network. Authorities say. Again, it was more than likely 764 and the Order of the Nine Angles, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, seriously, it was another fucking neo-Nazi who did the fucking shooting, bro. Like, seriously, like, really. Denver Post reported later Thursday that social media accounts apparently belonging to the suspect were filled with white supremacist content, posts exhibiting a fascination with mass shootings, and reposted videos that were explicitly anti-Semitic or depicted people in Nazi uniforms. He was a fucking Nazi, and he did a fucking school shooting. Shocker. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. It's like, more than likely, it's always going to be someone on the far right who does this fucking mass shooting. Come on. Nonsense.
After Charlie died, one of his friends and one of our senior White House staffers had left-leaning operatives in his neighborhood passing out leaflets telling people what he looked like and where he lived, encouraging neighbors to harass him or, God forbid, to do worse.
How the fuck do you know that? Oh no, leaflets. The end of the fucking world. That someone was passing around some fucking random-ass leaflets. Like, again, like I've said before, perpetual fucking victim complex with these people. They have to be victims on every fucking instance.
While he was mourning his dead friend, he and his wife had to worry about the political terrorists drawing a big target on the home he shares with his young children. Are these people violent? I hope not. But are they guilty of encouraging violence? You damn well better believe it.
Let's not even talk, again, like I've said this consistently before, how many fucking instances and fucking times has Charlie Kirk advocated for fucking violence against people? Consistently, against people who are fucking minorities. Like, seriously. Like, really. He has talked about stupid conspiratorial bunk nonsense conspiracy theories about black crime statistics, said MLK Jr. was a fucking mixed bag, had problems with the civil rights protests, said that gay people should be fucking stoned. Like, we can go through all the fucking hits. We can go through all of them. Doesn't matter to these people.
We can thank God that most Democrats don't share these attitudes, and I do, while acknowledging that something has gone very wrong with a lunatic fringe, a minority, but a growing and powerful minority on the far left. There is no unity with people who scream at children over their parents' politics. There is no unity with someone who lies about what Charlie Kirk said.
You don't even fucking know what politics those people yelling at you prescribe to. You have no fucking clue. Like, you don't fucking know. And you're also going to talk about that fucking writer at The Nation magazine. They literally reported on things that Charlie Kirk has said. Cope and fucking seethe.
In order to excuse his murder. There is no unity with someone who harasses an innocent family the day after the father of that family lost a dear friend. There is no unity with the people who celebrate Charlie Kirk's assassination.
He's not Mad Boy meets Minnie. He's trying to fucking aura farm. He's trying to have a fucking goddamn moment here, but it's so fucking forced that it's just like, it's just gonna fall flat. It's just like, buddy, what the fuck are you talking about? This is complete nonsense, dude. Like, whoa, you're mad about one random anecdote about yourself, not your fucking pal Charlie Kirk. And you're also upset about someone passing around leaflets, dude. Leaflets. Talk to me if there's actually an attempted dude who goes to try to shoot up Charlie Kirk's house or some shit. Okay? Otherwise, leaflets? Who the fuck cares about fucking leaflets, dude? It's fucking nonsense. And also, the Nation magazine person, whoa, they accurately reported stuff that Charlie has said. Whoa. Again, the perpetual victim complexes that these people must have to maintain their ideology is insane.
And there is no unity with the people who fund these articles, who pay the salaries of these terrorist sympathizers, who argue that Charlie Kirk, a loving husband and father...
Yeah, what, the George Soros Foundation? Yeah, like, dude, fucking... trust me, I didn't forget about that random jacking off that you fucking did at the beginning of this, like, stupid screed that you have right now while hosting the Charlie Kirk show. Please, spare me it.
...father deserved a shot to the neck because he spoke words with which they disagree.
Damn.
Did you know
no one
that the George Soros Open Society Foundation and the Ford Foundation, the groups who funded that disgusting article justifying Charlie's death, do you know they benefit from generous tax treatment? They are literally...
again, it's just fucking... it's JQing. It's all fucking just JQing. Like, seriously. Like, what the fuck? Bro, are we for real? Like, seriously. George Soros and the Ford Foundations. Pepe. Bro, are you fucking for real? Are you people for real? Like, come on. Like, we know exactly what you're fucking doing. Who the fuck cares about, like, a small amount of funding that maybe the Nation magazine is getting from the Soros Foundation? Like, please, spare me the fucking nonsense, bro.
Subsidized by you and me, the American taxpayer, and how do they reward us? By setting fire to the house built by the American family over 250 years.
Yeah, dude.
For our country to be united in condemnation of the actions and the...
I mean, like, do we have to go over the fact that, you know, we love the, we totally love all of the American families. This, like, construction that we made up within the fucking goddamn 50s. It's been a vaunted institution for the past 250 years. Yeah, sure, man. Totally.
The ideas that killed my friend, I want it so badly that I will tell you a difficult truth. We can only have it with people who acknowledge that political violence is unacceptable, and when we work to dismantle the institutions that promote violence and terrorism.
I'm just gonna keep pulling up the graph over and over again because, again, you don't care, man. You don't care about fucking who does the political violence, who does the fucking extremism. You don't give a shit about any of that stuff. It doesn't fucking matter. You are okay with it. You are totally fine with it. Again, vast majority of extremist-linked deaths, and this is from 2013 to 2022, and I can assure you this number more than likely has not changed from 2022 to 2025, have been done by the right consistently
in our own country. Now, our government, you heard me talk to Stephen Miller about this, will be working very hard to do exactly that in the months to come. We're not always going to get it right. We will sometimes move more slowly than you would like. We will sometimes move more slowly than I want us to. But I promise you that we will explore every option to bring real unity to our country and stop those who would kill their fellow Americans.
Like what? What, you're going to arrest people for fucking thought crime or some shit? Yeah, good luck with that, bro. Like, totally, the courts are going to allow for that to fucking happen. Like, it's complete fucking nonsense. Again, like I even mentioned before with the fucking dumbass who fucking, Greg Abbott fucking arrested. I guarantee you, she's going to sue the fuck out of the state, and she's going to get a massive fucking payout for it. Because, again, what is she being arrested for? A thought crime. Nonsense.
Because they don't like what they say. But you have a role too. Civil society, Charlie understood this well, is not just something that flows from the government. It flows from each and every one of us. It flows from all of us.
I'm sure.
So when you see someone celebrating Charlie's murder, call them out. And hell, call their employer. We don't believe in political violence, but we do believe in civility. And there is no civility in this.
You don't believe in fucking civility. Get the fuck out of here. Again, how many instances of fucking right-wing extremist terrorist attacks? We can go through some of the fucking examples, right? Paul Pelosi, again, you want to know what Charlie Kirk did in response to the Paul Pelosi attack? He literally said that someone within San Francisco, some patriots within San Francisco, should post bail. Should post bail for that fucking attack. Melissa Hortman and, what's the other fucking, and her husband. I'm just gonna say Melissa Hortman and her husband, who's gunned down. They were fucking killed by a fucking goddamn right-wing anti-abortion pastor dude. Like, really. And it was a Trump supporter, which has been corroborated by multiple fucking people. Like, complete fucking nonsense. Yes, you are correct, Zane. Trump's appointed FBI people also said that right-wing extremists were more likely to do terrorist attacks. You are correct, Zane. It was Trump-appointed people who said that because, again, you can't lie about those fucking statistics. But then again, for these motherfucking people, these liberal fascists, it is all about just saying everything possible to build up constant energy, to build up just all of the rhetoric on the planet. Because again, with all this rhetoric, with all this stuff that is being consistently said, it has to eventually do something and go out somewhere. However, these conservative, fascistic dipshits are not willing to put their balls on the fucking line. They've never given a fuck about any of this stuff. They are not willing to do any risks whatsoever that could potentially get themselves fucking killed or face some consequences for their fucking actions. They're pussies. They are cowardly. They will never fucking commit to a particular position. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. They don't, because in reality, they know that they might face some kind of consequence if they were to try to put something out there, to try to put out some fucking hit on someone, that they may face consequences for that. But it's complete utter fucking nonsense, dude. It's like what the fuck are you supposed to do with this? Again, liberal fucking fascism.
Of political assassination. Get involved, get involved, get involved. It's the best way to honor Charlie's legacy. Start a chapter of TPUSA or get involved in the one that already exists. If you're older, volunteer for your local party, write an op-ed in your local paper, run for office. I can't promise you this is going to be easy. I can't promise you that all of us will avoid Charlie's fate. I can't promise you that I will avoid Charlie's fate. But the way to honor him is to shine the light of truth like a torch in the very darkest
The light of truth, by the way. Here's the real light of truth.
places. Go do it. We owe it to our friend to ensure that his killer is not just prosecuted but punished. And the worst punishment is not the death penalty, but the knowledge that Charlie's mission continues after he's gone. St. Paul tells us in the book of Ephesians to put on the full armor of God. Let all of us put on that armor and commit ourselves to that cause for which Charlie gave his life, to rebuild a united state of America, and to do it by telling the truth. Shortly after,
By arresting people for fucking thought crimes. Lovely, fantastic. Like, I don't know, what else are you supposed to really say here? It is complete, utter nonsense. The mass hysteria that is currently going on amongst broader fucking conservatives, so much so that the Vice President of the United States of America is hosting a fucking podcast episode on Charlie Kirk's fucking podcast, bro. Like, this is utterly fucking insane. All these people are not willing to ever commit to any of the positions that they espouse or that they care about or follow through any of this stuff, and are just wholeheartedly okay with and willing to use Charlie Kirk's death in order to keep ratcheting up the fucking rhetoric over and over and over again, and not actually commit to doing anything with all of that fucking energy, because they know that if they try to do something, there's going to be risk involved. And you really think that these people want to deal with any potential consequences of that risk? I highly fucking doubt it. So they're just going to keep ratcheting up the rhetoric as far as it can go, or honestly, I would argue that it has reached its fucking zenith point. There is nowhere else for it to go besides some form of action for it to happen. And if it's in the form of, like, more fucking school shootings or some shit, do you think that any of these conservative dumbasses and dipshits really care about any of that? No. Like I said before, it is ultimately tragic what happened to fucking Charlie Kirk, but these motherfuckers are wholeheartedly willing to use that as a moment to try to gin up more fucking support for their podcast channels, for their fucking goddamn political campaigns, and are wholeheartedly actually unwilling to follow through with the violent rhetoric and violence that they consistently advocate for. Complete utter nonsense from these stupid conservative fucking freaks. Like, get the hell out of here with this nonsense, dude.